Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have some Scentsy Empties for you, and I have certainly been remiss, so I have a bit here, and I will try to move through these in such a way that we're not here all day, but I also want to share with you all these lovely scents because I've really been having fun. So I am an independent Scentsy consultant. I've been about 2 months now. And I'm really enjoying it, and I'm very grateful to my customers and friends and fellow consultants because this is a lot more fun than I anticipated. It's really great in retirement. I have time if people have questions, and it's quite an adventure. So it's great to represent something that I already love. So first of all, I'm going to share a non-wax empty that I have, which is vanilla bourbon, and this is in the pods. This is such a beautiful fragrance. It's really gourmand. So it's more like an edible vanilla. Almost, to me, this is almost like baked apple pie mingled with Palo Santo. It has kind of the bourbony kind of woody note, but then there's a bakery note to it, and it is absolutely exquisite. So I love this, and I have ordered quite a few more of these pods as well as the wax. So that's vanilla bourbon. Next up, I continue to work away on this brick, and I have 4 big of the large cubes remaining of Skinny Dippin'. I am enjoying this tremendously. This is green apple, melon, and pear. And you're going to hear a tractor next door, by the way. So enjoy the farm noises. It's part of being in the country. So these bricks are more than 5 times the size of a normal Scentsy bar. So yeah, they are sizable. And I was making quicker progress, and I think with Bring Back My Bar, I have neglected my bricks. But I enjoy this. This is a beautiful thrower. It's green apple, melon, and pear, like I said, and the melon and the pear together, it's just beautiful. Very creamy. I would say about an 8 to a 9, and it's long lasting, so I love that one. Next up, we have cocoa lime, and this is coconut milk, creamy vanilla, and fresh lime. And this is one of my most favorite, here we go. And it's a beautiful green wax. This is one of my most favorite Scentsy scents. It's such a lovely, oh, that lime, it's just like lime zest. It's very strong. And this is about a 9 to a 10 in my house. Long lasting, and I enjoy that. Next up, I finished a bar of clothesline, which is one of the laundry scents. This is crisp greens, orange flower, creamy violet, and white wicker basket. So you do get a little bit of that kind of wicker straw-like scent in addition to the fresh laundry. So this is really strong in my house, like 20 out of 10, and very refreshing. It's something I have to turn off after a while. This isn't something I can have going for hours and hours because it is really strong, but it's a beautiful scent, and that's clothesline. Next we have Angel 624, and this is a beautiful fruity scent. There we are, pretty pink wax, kind of a lavender wax. This is goji berry, blackberry, sweet vanilla cream, and sugar cane. This is on the lighter side. I would say about a 6 to a 7 in my home, but it did last a long time, and it is absolutely lovely. This is a kind of different, that blackberry is predominant. Oh, but it's creamy and beautiful, so I love that. That's Angel 624. I'm going to have to pick up the tempo here. I can see I've got a bit here. Okay, Chamomile Daisy. There we are. This was from the Life's a Garden collection from a few months back. And this is described as, I might have to take my glasses off here, lemon zest, which is the first note you notice when it's warming, chamomile tea, fresh picked daisy. So the first time I melted this back when it first came out, I really loved it, and I do like that refreshing lemon that it starts with. But over the months, it has gotten stronger. First of all, this was very strong. It's about a 9 to a 10 in my living room, and that's 1 cube and 2 warmers. So I had to turn this off after a while. I don't know what it is. There's something biting between the tea and the fresh picked daisy that I'm not such a fan of anymore. So I'm sad because I really enjoyed this the first time, but it has really grown in strength in the 2 months it's been curing. So I like it, but I don't love it, and I did take it out of my club, so sadness, but my club was bursting at the seams, so that's probably not the worst thing. Next up we have a favorite of mine, which is apple s'mores. As you may recall, I bought 17 bars of this during the clearance because I love this so much, and I'm down to 11, so we're making progress. This is marshmallow, apple, and cedar, and I love this. It's so comforting and woody and appley, and the cedar note. This is a cousin to Cedar Cider. I think it's badly misnamed. There is no chocolate or graham cracker in this, but it is absolutely glorious, and I'm glad I have so many bars of it. I have to sniff it. That's just heaven. Next up is Jumping Jelly Bean. I love this. I did take it out of my club. I have several bars of it. I'm trying not to keep so much in my club. This is pear, apple, and lemon zest and sugar. And this is very candied, very child innocence, very Laffy Taffy Jolly Rancher kind of scent. But the pear and the apple are beautiful, and then it gets a little zing from the lemon. So it's quite unusual, and to me it's kind of like a Jelly Belly tone to it. I love this. So I have 3 bars of this, and that's going to do me just fine. Jumpin' Jelly Bean. Next up we have Stitch 626. And he's a blue wax. And Stitch is described as Valencia orange, pineapple nectar, sugar cane, and sea salt mist. So I like but don't love this. It's nice. It has a little bit of almost a metallic note that I'm not a real big fan of, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. This is about a 7 to 8 in my home. It did fine. It was longer lasting than Angel was, but I like but don't love it. So that's Stitch 626. Okay, next we have Mocha Doodle, which is a known, dependable, beautiful coffee scent. This is cocoa, coffee beans, sugar caramel, and heavy cream. So a beautiful coffee scent, strong, long-lasting. This is about an 8 to 9 in the kitchen, and 1 cube in each of 2 warmers. And my husband loves this one. So that's Mocha Doodle. Next up, we have another old, dependable sugar cookie. And this is a good blender. It's kind of a, it's a very authentic sugar cookie, I would say, and it's on the plain side, but I like it. It's not overly sweet, and it'll blend with just about anything if you need a little bakery kick. So that's sugar cookie. Now we have Mickey Mouse and Friends, which is from one of the licensed bars, and this is described as peach, orange, peel, and vanilla. And I really like this one much more than I was expecting. The peach is very beautiful and authentic. This isn't overly sweet, and that orange peel just gives it a nice zing. It's creamy. So this was about a 7 to 8 in my home, and long lasting, and I liked it very well. That's Mickey Mouse and Friends. Next up we have Angel 624. Did I talk about her already? I opened 2 bars of these, neither of which is finished, so boo hiss Amy. And again, I like this one very well, and I already talked about her. So we will move on to Best Berry. Now, this is not my favorite. I wouldn't say this is best for me. And my apologies to anyone who loves this. I don't know. This is raspberry, strawberry, and spun sugar, so you would think that was just a match made in heaven, but I don't know. There's an off-putting note in here. I don't know. It's almost like a disinfectant. I'm sorry to say this, but it's like a disinfectant that you smell sometimes in rest side stops. I don't mean to be rude. I'm sure people love this one, but it wasn't for my preference. So that's Best Berry. Next up is Mandalorian Air of Adventure from the Star Wars collection. So this is silver mint, bergamot, geranium, eucalyptus, and orange zest. And this is a lovely blend, and to me a very bedtime blend. This is kind of a cousin to the vendor wax that's lavender, pink sugar, and peppermint. I know the notes are not the same, but it has that same kind of bedtime vibe with a little orange zing to it. I like this a lot. I did have it in my club. I did pull it out because it's kind of similar to other bedtime blends for me, but I enjoy it, and I have another bar of it. So that's Mandalorian. Next up is Cedar Cider, a big favorite of mine. I have numerous bars of this from the clearance last year. This is mac apple, cedar, vanilla bean, and cinnamon. And the cinnamon is really minimal. Oh, that just smells like the cedar closet in my parents' house from when I was little. So this is a very nostalgic scent memory for me. I love anything cedar. And this is beautiful, long-lasting, great throw. It's probably an 8 to a 9 for many hours in my home, and I enjoy that. So that's Cedar Cider. That's the cousin to apple s'mores. This is not as sweet. Next up, banana berry. So sadness, because I don't get much of a throw from this, and I love the scent. This is banana cream and strawberry. So, and it's kind of on the artificial side on the banana, which I love, like a runt, plus that strawberry. So on cold, I love this. But in my home, I was getting about a 2, and that's being generous. So I had no throw from this. I had to hang over the melter, and that's disappointing. Now, I know Patricia Gates got a good throw, but hers was a couple years old, she said, so it had a lot of curing time. So maybe that's the answer. Just put these away and wait. I do have another bar of this. I love this on cold. But even in the clamshell, I don't smell too much. You know, it just, I don't know. So that's banana berry. Love the scent. Wish it had a little more oomph. Next up we have Camu Camu. Beautiful fruity fragrance. Mandarin, Camu Camu, which is a fruit that I had never heard of before. Passion fruit. And this was about an 8 to a 9 in my home. I love this. I have multiple bars of this. It smells a little bit like papaya to me, and there's not papaya listed, but I love that. I love that scent. So it's a different, beautiful, kind of creamy and unique fruity blend. And there's no coconut in it, which sometimes I need a break from coconut. So this is a lovely fruity blend. That was Camu Camu. Next up, Coral Waters. Wow, did this gain strength in the last 2 months, curing. So Coral Waters is described as nectarine blossom, peony, and coral waters. So to me, this is a little bit fruity, a little bit floral, and a lot dusty. This is reminiscent of Sandswept in some respects because it has that same kind of dusty quality to it. So I don't know if they put that limestone, or what did they call that, sandstone note of fragrance oil in here. I love that because you know I love Sandswept. This is a cousin to Sandswept, a fruity, slightly floral version of Sandswept, and that's Coral Waters. So I really love this. It's quite potent. This was a 9 to a 10, 1 cube in my little garden, that smaller version of the succulent melter, which is a 12-watt element, blew me out of the house. Blew me out of the house, really strong. So that was Coral Waters. And its cousin, Sandswept. And you know I love this. I keep a scent circle of Sandswept under my pillow. I love this so much. And I know you may not all agree with that. So this is ocean water, sandstone, driftwood, and pink lemon. So it's a little bit oceany, a little bit dusty, and then occasionally you get that pink lemon sneaking in. I love this. I think that driftwood background is what I especially love because I love driftwood scents, but that sandy note is very pleasing to me. Again, this isn't for everybody. Oh, so in the bathroom, this was about a 9, and it came out and wafted down the hall. Very nice strength and throw from Sandswept. Next up, we have Toasted Marshmallow. This also, powerhouse. You know, things have been curing for a while. This is marshmallow, smoky caramel, vanilla bean malt. So yes, this is not a dupe for Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works. It's a little bit sweeter and a little bit creamier, I would say. Very nice. This was a 10 in my living room. I had it 1 cube in each of 2 melters. Blew me out of the house. I turned it off for a while, and then I wanted something to complement it, so I added a peeling apple in the kitchen and in the bathroom. So in the house as a whole, because the AC is on right now and things are mixing because they're going through the HVAC. So this toasted marshmallow and a peeling apple together, in fact, here is a peeling apple. These two are really nice together, so you might want to try that. I hear a little bit of thunder, so if I have to run inside suddenly, you'll know why. Okay, a peeling apple, as long as I have this out. This is apple, pear, and sweet pea. And I really am enjoying this with scent of the month for whatever we're in, June. Excuse me. And I don't know what month it is anymore now that I retired. I really have to think about it. This is so nice. You get more pear than you do with Johnny Appleseed. And then that little bit of sweet pea. To me, the pear stands out. I love this. I'm not a real big apple fan, but I enjoy this a lot. So that's a peeling apple. Oh, here's a beautiful one, Thunderstorm. Now, I bought this on eBay because Patricia said how nice it was. This is floral notes and green, and that's exactly right. The description that Scentsy gave, there were actually two different descriptions, and the one was one of those kind of fantasy descriptions of a breeze and So, but this one is very, to me, strongly floral, but with also equally strong green note. I love this. So I have 3 bars of this that I bought off eBay. This was about an 8 to a 9 in my home, 1 cube in each of 2 melters. Beautiful. That is a keeper. Well, they're all keepers. Okay, apple parsley. What a pleasant surprise. I had melted, this was also from the Life's a Garden collection from a couple months back. This is fresh picked parsley, tart green apple, and pear. So the first time I melted this 2 months ago, I mean, it was pleasant, but really all I got was green apple. But now that it has cured, there's the parsley note, and it's really pleasant. So you get a nice kind of crisp parsley, it's a little bit bitter and biting, and then with the green apple, really nice combination. So I love this. Not the biggest thrower, it'll never send you running from the room. It's about a 6 to a 7 in my house. I had it in multiple melters, but I love this, and I'm glad I have multiple bars of it. So that's apple parsley. Next up, oh, what a nice discovery, blue agave and melon. So we got this in the hand soap in the whiff box last month, and I thought it was just awfully sweet in the hand soap, so I was a little reluctant, but oh, in the wax, it is lovely. And some of that sweetness died down a bit, melting it. So this is described as blue agave, and blue agave fragrance oil is lime, lemon, apple, and black currant. So you get a little tartness from that black currant, which is much needed because all that other stuff is sweet and tart. Then you had honeydew, and the honeydew I don't get per se here, which is great because that's really not my favorite single note. And then kiwi, again, you're getting a lot of sweetness from that, but I don't smell a kiwi fruit. So this is, and then there's oak moss in it. So you get a little bit of balance from all that sweetness and citrus with the black currant and the oak moss. This is lovely and also very strong. Beautiful thrower. So that's blue agave and melon. I love this. Very different too. It's a lovely fresh fruit. Okay, 3 more, and then one that I don't have the tub of. This one is, this is going today in my home, Mandarin and mango nectar. Oh, I adore this. Beautiful, juicy blend. So this is mandarin, mango, and peach. So the peach, I love the peach in here because it's just such a lovely background to the mandarin and the mango. And you certainly do get the mango. Mango by itself can be a little biting, but blended with the peach and the mandarin, absolutely gorgeous and juicy. This is about a 7 to an 8 in my home. Won't blow you out the door, but it is, you smell it all the time, and I have it in multiple rooms. Single cube in each room. Beautiful. That's mandarin and mango nectar. And lastly, we have pineapple mint, also from the Life's a Garden collection of a couple months ago. And this is pineapple and spearmint. And I don't think I ever smelled those two together before. I love this. It's a very fresh, clean pineapple, and then the spearmint. It's a perfect blend. I never would have thought to put those two together. Really like this. About a 9 to a 10. This was very strong in my home. I had it in 2 melters in the living room, 1 cube each. So that's pineapple mint. This was a peeling apple. That's the sample. I already talked about that. And then the other sample that I didn't bring, but I melted, was in the whiff box this month, and it's the scent of the month for July, and it's called Stargazing. So it's cotton, vanilla, and sandalwood. And I am not a big fan of cotton blends, so the first time I melted it, I was like, this isn't for me. But then a few of my friends also got the whiff box, and they were saying how much they liked it. So I was making samples for my customers, and I melted the other half. And you know, it is pleasing. My husband loves it. So I like it better than I did. It's not my personal favorite, but it is really well balanced between the cotton, vanilla, and the sandalwood. And it's very comforting. My one friend said powdery. My husband said it was soothing. So I think it'll be a popular scent of the month next month. So you'll notice that I didn't have Bring Back My Bar too much in this set. I have my Bring Back My Bar. I'm going to talk about those as kind of a final wrap for the month before they go out of production, and people can still put them in their club, because we talked about them a lot a few weeks back. I did a lot of 60-second Scentsys on Instagram about those, so I thought I'd do that one separately. So that's it for now, and the thunder is rumbling, so I'm going to go ahead and get on in. I hope everyone will have a beautiful weekend. I hope you're all staying safe. Please hug your families, and until next time, bye for now.